All right, what is up, everybody? Mr. Jones back with you. We're going to be going over more equations of lines, but this time, very happy times. We're dealing with word problems. Yeah, you might not be that excited, but it's okay. I like them. Anyway, so a gas tank is being filled at a rate of 25 gallons per minute. Okay. Again, with word problems, I like to say read with a pen or a pencil or whatever you got. Right? Underline important info as you read it. Okay. At 8 minutes, the gas tank had 300 gallons of gas inside it. Write a linear equation to represent this situation. Okay, so we're given this important info. Okay, um, and again, what am I trying to find? What is my answer supposed to be? Again, you look at the question at the end. It's asking write a linear equation. Again, linear equation means this means y equals mx plus b. So I need to find a y equals mx plus b equation, right? Again, filling in my m and b values with this, given this information, okay? Now, it can be tricky, right? It can be trickier to do it with word problems because we're not given them in like straight up like ordered pairs, or it doesn't say like the slope is this or whatever, right? So we kind of have to use context clues to figure out, okay, what is it actually talking about, and how can I apply that to my slope-intercept equation, okay? So first off, we have a word in here that you might not be familiar with, a math word, rate, okay? A rate, right? That is another word for slope. That means the same as slope, right? It's kind of the amount that something is changing or moving in, okay? So when it says a rate of 25 gallons per minute, that is great because that's actually giving me my slope or my m value, okay? Which is awesome, right? Because that's half of the puzzle is finding that m value, okay? So for my answer, I know my equation is going to be y equals 25x plus something, right? And so I need to find that b value. That's really the only piece that I'm missing. But I look at what it gives me. Does it give me my b value straight up? And what you would look for the b value in a word problem description would be, right, like a starting amount, right? Like the gas tank had this many gallons of gas at the start before you filled it up, okay? Because maybe it was completely empty and had 0 gallons in it. Maybe they were just filling it up even though it wasn't empty, and so maybe it would have like 100 gallons in it at the start. But we don't know, and it doesn't say that, okay? Other than the slope or the rate that it's being filled, we don't know anything other than just at this one instance, right? This one instance, maybe they measure how many gallons are in the tank. Okay, so after 8 minutes of filling the tank had 300 gallons inside of it. Okay, so that's not necessarily like a B value, a starting amount, but what that is kind of I could write it as an ordered pair, right? Kind of at 8 minutes, the gas tank had 300 gallons. So similar to those problems like that we did before, where we're given the slope and we're given a point, and it's my job to use those to find my b value, okay? And so again, when I'm given an ordered pair, I can think of that as an x and a y value, right? And I already have my m value from the 25 that it gave me. So what I can do is the same thing that I did before, where I take my m, and my x, and plug all those in to the equation, okay, and solve for b. So doing that here, what that would look like, so again, my standard equation, y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to substitute in these values that I already know, okay? So y is 300, so it'd be 300 equals m times x. So that would be m is 25, and x is 8, and then plus b, okay? And so then I take this and I solve it for b, okay? So then I multiply 25 times 8. And fun thing with 25 here, I like to think, okay, if I had 8 quarters, how much money would I have? So if I had, right, each quarter is 25 cents, and if I had 8 quarters, I would have $2 or 200 cents. So 25 times 8 is 200. Isn't it fun learning stuff like that? So anytime you multiply by 25, you can just think, how many quarters do I have and how much money would that be? Anyway, okay, so 300 equals 200 plus b. And so you minus that 200 from both sides. And so b would equal 300 minus 200 is 100. So B equals 100, okay? So that is my last missing piece of the puzzle. So it would be y equals 25x plus 100. Okay, and that is my equation representing this scenario. Okay, very cool. So we'll do one more like that, and then we're all done with word problems. All right, got another one for you. And because I'm not super creative, we're sticking with gas tanks. Another gas tank problem. Okay, so it says another gas tank is being filled. At 3 minutes, the tank had 97 gallons in it. At 9 minutes, the tank had 289 gallons in it. That's 2 words, sorry, not one. Write an equation to represent this situation. Okay, so in this scenario, again, another tank is being filled. Okay, what we're not told, what that was helpful from last time, right? Last time we were told, okay, here's the rate that this tank is being filled up in, all right? And that gave me my M value, my slope, okay? We're not told that here. It's a bummer because that would be really helpful. All we're told here is these 2 instances where they measure, you know, after how many minutes of filling up the tank, how many gallons the tank had in it, okay? So at 3 minutes, the tank had 97 gallons. At 9 minutes, the tank had 289 gallons, okay? So again, what do we know? Again, we're trying to find the slope-intercept equation, and again, that involves finding the M and B values. And I'm not told either of those. I'm not told, you know, the rate or the slope that it's being filled up at, and I'm not told like, oh, the tank had this many gallons at the start. Okay, so I don't know either of those. Okay, but again, I just know these 2 instances. And again, just like the last problem, when it gives you this, you know, at 3 minutes, 97 gallons, at 9 minutes, 289 gallons, we only know that, and those are going to be ordered pairs. Okay, so 3 minutes, 97 gallons, and then at 9 minutes, 289 gallons. That's all we know, these 2 points. You might remember, though, what I can do with that is subtract these, okay? Subtract, or set up the slope formula first, and then subtract and divide and find my slope, okay? Anytime I'm given 2 points, I can use those 2 points to find my M value, or my slope. So let me set that up here real quick. Okay, so 289 minus 97, right? That's my second y value minus my first y value. And then on the bottom, 9 minus 3, my second x value minus my first x value, okay? So I do the subtraction, 289 minus 97, 192. 192 over 9 minus 3 is 6. And 92, or 192, divided by 6 ends up giving me 32. 32 on the nose, okay? And that is what? That's my M value, that's my slope, right? So I know it's going to be y equals 32x plus something. I don't know what my B value is yet, okay? But now that I know my slope, right, I can do what I did in the last problem and take one of these points, doesn't matter which one, and plug them into the formula or the equation and find my B value, okay? So that's the last step here. So I would take a y value, so let's say 97, and I would take an x value, let's say 3, and then my slope, my m, 32, and plug them all in here for y, m, and x. Okay, so it'd be 97 equals 32 times 3. So 32 times 3 plus b, and I don't know b yet, okay? So 97 equals 32 times 3 plus b. Okay, 32 times 3 is 96. Okay, so 97 equals 96 plus b. And I minus 96 from both sides. So 1. Right, 97 minus 96 is 1. So my b value is 1. And again, what does that mean? Tying that to the situation here, right? We're filling up this tank with gas, and the b value would represent like a starting amount. So that's saying that there was like 1 gallon in the tank to start with. So thank goodness they're filling it because it was almost empty, and that'd be terrible. Okay, so anyway, my final equation is y equals the m times x, so 32 times x plus my b value, 1. Okay, 32x plus 1 is my slope-intercept equation. Gotta love word problems. Good times. That's it. Thanks for watching. Good job.